and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Wip Wednesday, Morning Coffee and Crochet, also known as MCC Live. Hey Valerie, it's good to see you this morning. I hope you're doing well. And so this morning is it's hot outside already, which, I live in Florida, so no surprise there. Although a lot of other places are having really, really hot weather right now. So I'm not the only one. Hey, so today is Wip Wednesday, and I just want to thank you guys. Whoops, sorry about that. Here we go. Hey, Alice. Good morning. Good morning. So I just want to thank you guys. Hey, Robin. Heat index 105 today. Oh, you're staying inside, right? I hope. I hope to stay inside too. So, yeah. So I've got a dog story to tell you a little bit later, but yeah, it's been really hot here too. And so in the spirit of, I need some coffee. So I have a little bit of hot coffee here. This is a smaller mug than what I usually use, but this is the Lips Don't Lie Crochet is My Therapy mug. And I love this mug. Oh my gosh, I just love this mug so much. So it's the perfect size this morning because I need that heat, that hot coffee to kind of I need lubricating of the larynx this morning. Good morning, Valerie. Hi, Trudy. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Good afternoon to you, Trudy. Trudy she joins us for the morning coffee and crochet, but she is in the afternoon where she is. So good afternoon to you. I hope you're doing well. And so yeah, I need some hot coffee to help loosen those vocal cords a little bit, but it's way too hot for hot coffee. Way too hot. But I'm drinking this really hot, so it does feel good on my throat. What are you guys drinking today? What's in your cup? Tell me, I want to know. So, let me tell you this story, and then we'll go to the next story, which is crochet. And then while we're doing that, then I'll tell you a dog story. So, for those of you who have been following me, big coffee. You have a big coffee, Alice. You go, girl. You go, girl. Trudy just finished lunch and had coffee. Good. And Valerie says, coffee always. Yeah, coffee, right? We need our coffee. Yes, we do. I have another story to tell you. That just dinged another story to tell you. So, I told you in a previous episode about my goal for August, for the month of August. And so, with this season of not going into stores for me and, trying to stay as secluded as possible, which I'm a hermit anyway. So this has not helped me at all. I'm going to plug in ready? Sorry. So I had my lapel mic on, but I didn't have it plugged in. So hopefully you can hear me better now. Can you hear me better now? I hope so. Anyway, when 2020 hit, things were really rough. I got sick for weeks and weeks and weeks. They really, I don't even really know what it was, but it was bad. They didn't have tests here at that time, so I don't know what it was, but I was pretty sick. And oh, good, much better, Valerie. Yes, good. And anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, so anyway, I started ordering from Walmart pickup, and I would just put things on the thing and I would go and I would drive and I would stay in my car. They would put it in the back and then I'd drive away, So, and during that time, there were a lot of shortages on a lot of things, not just toilet paper, but there were shortages on food, even, dry goods, anything that you ordered, you didn't know if you were really going to get it. So at one point, because I would come away with not, you know, like a lot of things not in my cart, I had started over ordering. Blink, blink, blink. And so I would, if I needed yogurt, I would order, you know, one of this kind or two of this kind. And then I would order a different kind too, with the hopes that I would get at least one of them. So there were times when I got a lot of it. And I'd be going, oh, I ordered this brand of something and I ordered this brand of something because, last time I ordered the brand that we wanted, it wasn't in, even though it said it was. So I ordered a second brand just in case. And then, you get both of them. So, that's kind of the way it went for a little bit. But we have such a stockpile of food. And when I say stockpile, I don't mean like people who have pantries full of food. We don't have that. But we certainly have enough to get us through at least 1 month of just creative meals and eating at home. And yes, a lot of that does include, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, rice and beans, which we love, homemade cornbread, which we love, putting ingredients together to actually make a meal, not so much convenience foods, you know what I mean? So anyway, so I decided, I had been running the grocery bill up. I take full responsibility for that because I would do a lot of the ordering in the middle of the night. And in the middle of the night, you can't trust yourself. So, I would go on there and look and go, oh, this ice cream looks good. Oh yeah, click. And then, this one, oh, a mint chocolate Klondike bar. Mom would love that. She loves mint chocolate. So I clicked that, and I was like ordering things for people in my family that I knew that they loved. Why? I don't know. And they were like, don't buy me anything like that because I'll sit and eat the whole thing, So anyway, middle of the night shopping is not really that good. Yeah, just saying. So anyway, so for the month of August, we are on a spending, I wouldn't call it a ban because it's not like we're banned. I mean, but a spending freeze. We're on a spending freeze. So it's been a lot of fun. I mean, what is it? Today is the 11th and we're almost halfway through the month and I'm having fun. A hiatus. Yes, Robin. Good word. You would be amazed at how much money you would save just by eating the food that's in your home. Now, if you are one who, buys for your meal every day, or if you, don't have a lot of storage space and so you purchase just enough food to get through this next week, then that's a little different. But for me, we have a refrigerator with a freezer, on top in the kitchen. And then we also have curved spending. Oh, I like that one, Valerie. You're very creative. And I like hiatus and curved spending. Hey, Wendy, good morning. I'm so glad you caught us. So glad you caught us. And so anyway, I have really been like enjoying this, like just digging out of the freezer food to eat and not always really knowing what to eat, but then coming up with something, When I was a kid, my mom used to, we were on a very tight budget when I was growing up. I never knew because I never went hungry and I never felt that stress, But my dad, he worked, mom stayed home, dad got paid every other week. And so, Mom would buy groceries once for the 2 weeks from the budgeted money from the pay. And that was it. You ate from your food stores meaning cabinets in your home. whatever you had in your home. And so she was very creative cooking. And so I always enjoyed this meal. She would make rice and green beans, which I loved both of those, but I loved the green beans, especially. I was a green bean girl. And ground beef. So she would take a pound of ground beef and with seasoning, a little Lipton onion soup mix, and she would put that in the ground beef while it was cooking, and then rice and green beans, and she would mix it all up together, and it would be just a one pot meal. And I loved that meal. I always loved that meal. It just was so good. I got all my green beans. Hey, Nikki, all the green beans that I wanted because, I was a green bean girl. I still am. And, you got your meat and your starch and your veg all in one pot. And, she would season it really well and it was good. I really liked it. So that's what we had last night for dinner. We had bulk rice and, you season it to your flavors. We like, the Lipton onion soup mix, gives it that really good oniony, flavor. And then I always put a little soy sauce on mine just to give it that extra kick and a little extra flavor, but not a lot, just a little, drop or two. And it was good. That's what I grew up with. I love it. It's something that's delicious to me. And so yesterday, or last couple days, Mom was cooking rice, long grain, whole grain rice. And did you know, I found out from my cousin Robin that you can cook whole grain, long grain rice, long cooking rice. You cook it and then you lay it on your dehydrator and you dehydrate it, and then it becomes minute rice because it's already cooked and then you dehydrated it. So all you have to do is rehydrate it, which is what minute rice is. The first time she told me that, I was like, no, really? No, I can't wrap my mind around it. I mean, it was baffling to me, but yes, she showed it to me, and we were visiting her, and she showed it to me, and she's like, no, really, it works. So Mom loves it because now we have, bulk rice, which is cheaper than minute rice. Minute rice is quick. We love minute rice because all you have to do is pour boiling water in it, put the lid on it, let it set, and rehydrate. You don't have to cook it. So I know she's a smarty girl. She really is. Yeah. I mean, we just need to spend an hour in her company. We would learn so much. Hey, Crystal, good to see you. Good morning. And so yes, she is a smarty girl. So Mom had made all of this rice, and she had extra that wouldn't fit in the dehydrator at the time. And she was like, should I freeze this? And I was like, well, I love rice, so let's eat it. And then I said, well, let's make that ground beef, beans, and rice that you used to make. She's like, okay. So that's what we had last night for dinner. So we've been having a lot of fun with it. But last night, it was funny because last night, Mom and I were talking about, how much savings we will do. And we were looking at the budget, and we were looking at what was spent in the past, for food. And so I added up, the grocery hauls from Walmart, but that included other things too, because it's really not an accurate picture of food budget because, I got around, me, I got around that, and I could add a ball or two of yarn or, or those dolls that we gave the girls, a couple weeks ago. And, so there are ways around that. Yes. And so, so that's not a true depiction of the actual food budget, but yeah, she should, because she's got good recipes. Yep, our whole family does actually. So anyway, Mom was saying, well, okay, we need this and this, and she said a couple things, and I said, okay, I'll allow, this and this. Right? Walmart is never just food in your cart. No, it's very convenient. But, if you don't go through, you don't get a paper ticket, so you can't like itemize it with a pen and, excuse me, pen and paper, the old fashioned way. Wouldn't it be nice if Walmart gave you a receipt and allowed you to itemize and like put things in categories? I would love that. Walmart, if you were watching, we would love to be able to do that, because then we could itemize our budget a little bit better, and quicker and easier. So anyway, so yeah, we're on a spending hiatus and I am enjoying it. So my husband and I have coffee every morning, and we have an electric coffee maker, because then we set up the coffee the night before. I know that we can like set the timer, but we're like, yeah, we don't do that. So we just set up the coffee, and then my husband goes in and pushes the button. I mean, how easy is that? Okay. So he gets up, he goes and pushes the button, and then he gets ready for work. And then, right before he leaves, he pours himself coffee. Well, I've been making big pots of coffee, and with my sleep being so erratic, and such, so I would wake up and may not even want hot coffee at the time, depending on if I was really hot or not. Now, right now, I want some hot coffee. So, yes, we're a creature of routine. That is for sure. So, and we're not high tech. Remember Alice? Now, if Alice were here, she would bloop, 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 set up that timer for us, and she'd have it ready, and she'd be like, okay, you're set. Because she's our techie guru, even though she says she's not, but she's the one who can get it done. So anyway, so I've been making, whole pots of coffee. Well, I never really thought anything of it before. But this month, yesterday, actually day before yesterday, I looked at that coffee and I was like, there's a lot of coffee still left in there. And the coffee pot had gone cold. So, the timer had gone off or whatever, so that it cooled off. And I said to myself, you like iced coffee, so why not? What a waste. Why are you wasting that coffee? So I found a Tupperware container that had a lid, and just, a Tupperware cup that had one of those little round lids. And I filled it, and it filled it to the top. And I put the lid on it, and I stuck it in the fridge. And I was like, I'm going to have iced coffee. And so then yesterday, I got up early enough and I had hot coffee. See, if I get up early enough, then I want hot coffee. And I had hot coffee. So, by the end of the day, then here was, some coffee left. So probably about, I'm going to say maybe like 14 ounces or something like that, maybe even 20 ounces of coffee, because I think it would have filled a 20-ounce hot cup. So that's pretty good. So I did it again. I poured it in, poured it in a Tupperware thing, even though I hadn't drank the one from before, but you stick it in the fridge, it'll stay good for a couple days. So I put it in there. And so this morning I have my hot coffee, because last night I was smart. I knew I had 2 cold coffees in the fridge. So I only made a half a pot for my husband. And there was still a little bit left. So I got some hot coffee, and then I took one of those cold coffees, and this is a Tupperware water bottle, actually. It's an eco water bottle, and I think it's like 28 ounces, but I had a lot of ice in here. So, and coffee, yeah, coffee gets wasted. Oh, you can't do iced coffee? You have this bottle? That's cool. That's so cool. But look what it does. See, it sweats. I don't know if you can see how I just ran my finger over that, and it sweats. So today I want to make a koozie for it. So I think I'm going to get my cotton crochet, or my cotton yarn. And while we do our Wip Wednesday, I'm going to try and make up a little koozie. I'm going to try and get it up to here, because then I think it'll help absorb some of the sweat or the condensation, So anyway, I have my iced coffee ready to go. And I put oh yes. Oh, you did? I did too. I sold Tupperware too. And so right now my daughter-in-law is selling it. And so, yeah, A can koozie works great. Yeah, I would do that, Judy. Thanks. And that was my idea between or for making the crochet koozie, because then, I mean, I love crochet. So anyway, that's what I was going to do. So yeah, I love the can koozie idea. Oh, it's Wip Wednesday, Alice. I love it. Alice, you are awesome. Alice only does whips on Wip Wednesday. She doesn't start a new project. You are so smart, Alice. Hmm. I love Tupperware too, Nikki. I do. And you, yeah. So I love Tupperware. My mom loves Tupperware. When we combined our homes, oh, we're like a Tupperware store. Honestly. Yeah. Anyway, it's quite challenging. Quite challenging. So I hope I can remember all the stories that I said I was going to tell you. Okay. Oh, so back to mom. So mom was like, okay, first thing we're going to do, when we're off of this hiatus is we're going to go to Sam's Club. And I said, we have to have a list. And because I know, what happens at Sam's. And I'm not going to I don't want to undo the progress that we made this month. And she's like, yes. And I said, well, have a list of what we're going to get and just, to stock up on. And because there's certain things that we like to get there. We don't need any salad dressing probably for a year, honestly. I mean, we're going to have to hurry up and eat some salads before this salad dressing goes bad, right? Because because when you go to Sam's, you get big bottles, and usually they're like wrapped together. So you get a 2-pack of, the humongous ranch dressing and the Olive Garden dressing. I love that Olive Garden dressing. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. And just all kinds of stuff. So anyway, so she was naming a couple things, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that. It might not be in the budget. And she looked at me and I said, okay, I'll allow you to have, and I named off a couple things, and then I laughed. I'm like, you're on a tight leash, lady. And I laughed again because I was totally joking. But I'm like, this not spending thing is really getting fun. And I don't want to go back to spending. So it's going to be a tight budget from now on. And mom's like, I love it. I'm like, okay. So anyway, it was fun. We had a moment. We had a funny moment. It was funny. So anyway, you guys inspired me. So Alice, I am going to finish this whip on camera then, because you inspired me to do that. If I can find my needle. I may not be able to find my needle. The laundry detergent, right? We've made that before, Robin. And yes, very, very good. I love it. Hey, Sherry. Sherry says she loves Tupperware. And do I have Pampered Chef? She's just getting into that, but it is so expensive. She's from Maine. Okay, so I'm in Florida. And so yeah, Maine. Oh, I bet you're having some lovely weather up there. Is it hot right now? Or are you getting like cool weather? I don't know. I've just seen photos of Maine, and it is really beautiful. Hey, Irene. Good morning. We've got some new people here. Pattern for a Cupid doll clothes. Oh, there are some patterns out there for doll clothes. If you go to the top of your YouTube, when it's on your page, oh, it's in the 80s today. Oh, very pretty up here. Hey, Lori, long time no see. Good morning. It's good to see you. So the Cupid doll, if you just if you type in the little little search thing in the search section, type in doll clothes, crochet doll clothes tutorial. You will find a lot there, and oh, they're so cute. Now Cupid doll, they are a specific size. So maybe like what is your Cupid doll? Is it an 8-inch or 10-inch or even smaller? Like yeah, I don't know. But type in like 8-inch doll clothes or something like that. Jody. Hi, Jody girl. How are you? And good morning to you. It's good to see you. And yeah, just kind of do a search on that. I've never made Alice, you're funny. Cupid. Yes, I love Cupid dolls. And so anyway, after our last Whip Wednesday, when well, actually I think it was Friday when I was showing you all of the whips that I had, and we were like going through them and like clean up and all that. And so this one I didn't show you because it was somewhere where I couldn't reach right away, but I had shown you enough of my whips. I have even more, and I told you that. But I found another one that I had started, and I had started it a while ago, and you might remember it. And of course I have dog hair on it, cat hair, but I try to keep it in that bag. So this is where it started. So I have to weave in that end. So this is a C2C scarf, and it was with changing colors. So I didn't have to do anything. But it just kept changing colors, and boom, at the end right there. So both ends, they started and ended with this really cool green. And oh good, the hefty bags from Amazon. Nice. I really like that a lot. So let me see if I can show you this. So this is one side. There's green, and then it goes blue, and another green, and then it's like green and blue together. Turn it over, green and blue together, and then it goes blue, a little bit of blue and white there, and then more blue, and then blue and white, and then a little green and blue, and then green. So I just really fell in love with these colors. I love green with purple or green with blue. I love that. So anyway, I finished this scarf. It's nice and long, and I'm not going to put it on because, oh, it's hot. And, but it's the C2C scarf. And if you need help with that, I have a C2C candy cane scarf. Thank you, Jody. Thank you. And, I have a tutorial for the C2C, well, it's a candy cane scarf, and it shows how to, change colors. But this one was it just automatically changed. So I'll show you what this is, and I'll tell you the colorway. So it's Premier Candy Shop, and it is in the what's the colorway? It's going to be really small. The color is Cool Mint. I had to focus for a little bit. Cool Mint. So then I had a little bit left over, so I'm making one of those ear warmers. So this is an ear warmer. And so anyway, to go with it, because I didn't have enough for a hat, because this one it's a 4, but it's a really big, fat, fluffy 4 weight yarn, and it's 260 yards. So, to make the hat that I wanted to make with the pom-pom on top, it would have been at least, a minimum of 200 yards. And I had already used up quite a bit, as you can see. So anyway, I'm going to make an ear warmer to go with it to make it a set. But yeah, so I'm pretty pleased. So you guys inspired me. You guys really inspired me. You guys are funny. I love the way you chat in the comments. You guys are so fun, and you're so good with each other. You're just, oh, guys, if you have not caught one of our lives, you need to, because the chats that go on behind the scenes with the people, with all of our friends here, they are so funny, and they just love each other, and they banter back and forth, and I enjoy watching your comments. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for that. And thank you, Crystal. And Sherry loves the green and blue. And Sherry says she would love to visit Florida. She has a few friends from down there, Jacksonville and Miami. Oh, she's working on a shopping. Up here, they change for grocery bags. Oh, okay. And you go to Hobby Lobby for your yarn. I love Hobby Lobby for my yarn. And Jody says, don't talk about Hobby Lobby yarn in front of Alice. She gets jealous. Poor Alice. Crystal is also a Canuck. I love that word. Alice has plugged her ears, so go ahead and talk about Hobby Lobby yarn. See, you guys are so funny. Oh my gosh. You guys get me going. So anyway, so yes, you guys inspired me. You guys inspired me to get going on this whip. And it was one that, once you get the pattern down, it's so easy and you just keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. Lori says she's just been trying to shop in her craft house. Yeah, just shop at home. Just like I've been doing with groceries. I've just been shopping at home for groceries so that I can see what we're going to have for dinner. And we've just been really creative and I am loving it. I'm loving it. So anyway, I give you guys all the credit for me finishing this object. So I have a finished object. Yay. And it makes me so happy to have a finished object. It's been a while since I've actually finished anything. Yeah. The last thing I finished was, when I was on that cotton spree, all of those cotton dishcloths and blah, 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 all of that stuff. And so that's the last time that I actually completed a project. So I give you guys all the credit for inspiring me, for being kind, for being there with me while I went through my whips and my wah-wah. I can't believe I have so many whips and why am I doing this? And why do I have to start a new thing? Look at that. That's pretty. Let me start that. And never finish it. So, and as I say that, I'm like looking at, so one night I was watching a British mystery show and you know how that goes, right? And so I was watching a British mystery show. That's hard to say. Yes. I have to finish. Yes, Sherry. Oh, it's my problem. Oh, too. Let me see. We should start a WA meeting. Whips Anonymous. Where we have to bring a whip and we have to sit there until it's done. Right, Robin? Oh my gosh. I know. Crystal, okay, come on. That's right. Robin says, right. Well, part of the process, maybe. But it sure is frustrating when you don't have anything to show for it. So I was sitting there watching the British mysteries, and I know I'm really weird, and I am highly influenced by other people and so many things. That's right, Alice. So much yarn, so little time. You got that right. So every time I watch a British mystery show, or any British show for that matter, but mostly the mystery shows where they're like quaint little towns, and it's so funny because, or even the Murdoch mysteries. A Wawa. Whips Anonymous at the Wawa. Oh, I love a Wawa. So anyway, anytime I watch like Murdoch Mystery or Father Brown or any of those shows, and when they can't figure out what to do, they have tea, and well, let's get a cuppa. So they sit down and have a cup of tea, and I just love it. And every time I watch that, I'm like, I need a cup of tea. I need a tea. I need a teapot. I need. Oh no, Sherry, I'm joking here, but I'm going to say, let's see, yarn fiance, yarn. Fiance yarn. Yarn doesn't give you rules like that. Oh, you guys are funny. Oh, Lori. Lori is has had a little bit too much coffee this morning. Oh, so I'm sitting there and I thought, oh, I need a teapot. So I get on my phone and I'm looking at teapots. Teapots are expensive. And then I found I was like looking to see if I could buy the same teapot and the tea set that Father Brown that they use. It's a lovely set. It's so gorgeous. But, I couldn't find it unless I wanted to spend a whole lot of money and I don't. And so anyway, as I was looking and they had like tea cozies and teapot cozies. And so I found this directions to make a teapot cozy, and you had to make 2 of these and somehow sew them together in a certain way so that you have a teapot cozy, and it would be up like this somehow. I don't know. Anyway, isn't this pretty? So this is all I have. Yeah. So I have one of these with nothing to go with it because I didn't make the other one. Silly me. Yes, but I only I only have one half of my tea cozy. It's really soft. This is I think a 6-weight yarn or 5-weight yarn maybe. I don't know. Anyway, and I do really like this yarn. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. See how thick it is? A big coaster. I know. The only problem is it's got ridges and it's acrylic. But it is pretty. I really like it. And it would have made a lovely tea cozy. I think I can find the other side, but I don't know if I can even find the pattern because it was online. So if I've saved it as an open Chrome in my phone, then I might be able to finish it. I mean, it didn't take me long. I was watching one of the shows and I'm like, oh, I can finish this right now. But... oh, it says if your yarn weighs more than your fiance, then yarn wins. Oh, you guys are awesome, right? I agree. Oh my gosh. A Kleenex holder. Alice, yes. Yes, I could. Let's see, how did I do that? Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. How cute is that? I love it. Thank you, Alice. I love it, love it. That's a great idea. So I can finish that today. Woo, woo, woo. Nice. Good job. Good job. See, you guys always come through for me. You do. You do. So, oh, let me tell you the dog story. I know Alice is always clever. She comes through in a pinch whenever we need, whatever we need, anything we need. Yes, definitely. Let's see. Oh. There we go. Am I back? Okay. So, oh, Sherry says she made a remote caddy and kids use it for their tablets. That's nice. That's nice. I was thinking about doing that and making one that like went over the side of the sofa and had a pocket on the side. But you'd have to kind of weight the inside down so that it didn't just go like that, right? Oh, your chat quit working. Is it working now? It looks like it's working now. Yeah. Okay. I did see a little blip, but I think we're back and everything's fine. So that's good. Okay. So the dog story. Yeah. So the house that we had next door sold, and a lovely family is there right now. And nice, Sherry. Nice. Tell me, what did you use to like weigh down the one side? Did you have to do something to weigh it down so that if you put it on the outside, it wouldn't just like flip over? Oh, it has 4 pockets. Cool. Cool. Okay. So, the dog story. So our new neighbors next door, the fence next door was not, the greatest. The neighbor on the other side, her trees kept falling on our fence, and actually that side it was her fence, so um, she didn't fix it. And so anyway, the family next door, they have 5 dogs and 2 or 3 cats and 5 lizards and a fish. So anyway, they love animals, and but they have 5 dogs, and they're all different. It's just adorable. They have, oh my gosh, I can't even remember all the different kinds of dogs that they have, but they're all super cute. And so they've been having to walk their dogs, and so so they're having to walk their dogs, and so that's challenging, walking 5 dogs on a leash to get them to go potty multiple times a day. It's just like a full-time job, right? So they did order the fence, but it was took a while to get to them because there's such a backup. I think that it's a worker issue. There's not enough workers. So anyway, they finally got their fence put up, but for like 2 days, the fence between our yards was taken down, and so we couldn't just let our dogs out. We had to put them on the lead. And now Theo is a boy, so he's fine. He's like, oh, here's a good spot. Oh, here's a good spot. Oh, we have this little statue of a bulldog out there, and he's like, oh, let me, pee on your face. And he doesn't care, right? He's a dog. That is a lot of babies in that house. And then they have 2 kids and 2 adults. So, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. So it's a lot. But like I said, they're a really lovely family. So, more power to them. And and I have nothing to say because we have 4 adults and 2 dogs, 3 cats, no fish, no lizards, not intentionally. If a lizard gets in, one of the cats takes care of it. So anyway, so there was no fence, and we were trying to get the dogs to go potty. And Theo, no problem. He's a boy. Rosie, she's like, look, there's no fence. Let me run over there. Let me run over there and see my friend. She has a best friend dog over there now. It's so pretty. It's like it looks like a husky, but it's like miniature size. It's just gorgeous. Very fluffy, white, silver, and gray with a fluffy tail, and it's just gorgeous. And she's really sweet, and she loves Rosie, and Rosie loves her, and they just want to play and have fun and be kids together. And so Rosie kept like staring at the house, is my friend coming out? Is my friend coming out? And she would not go potty. The girl went 24 hours without going potty. Finally, my mom got her to go pee-pee. And so she did, but then she just kept holding it. She just would not. That girl has a really strong bladder, and she can go, a long time. And then, and she will not potty in the house. She did not want to potty on the lead. She just does not like it. So anyway, finally the side fence was put up, and so we could let the dogs out, but the guys hadn't completed the job, and there was a corner that had a gap. And so I thought that I had that it was blocked enough, but it wasn't. And I let Rosie out last night in the early evening. Hey Sherry, catch up later. Okay, have fun at work. And so we let the dogs out, and they were out there. And so when it came time to let Theo in, Rosie wasn't there. My Rosie girl wasn't there. And so I'm like hollering for her, Rosie, Rosie. And I'm on the back deck, and I can't see around that corner there where the corner is. And I'm like, I know that girl got out, and she's probably next door knocking at the door saying, hey, can Epic come out and play? And so I ran in the house, got my shoes on. I went to the front door, and I had been hollering for her at the backyard. Went to the front door, opened it, and there she is waiting at our front door to come in. So I'm like, I just opened the door and in she trots like, oh, thanks. Thanks for letting me in. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that she didn't get in the road because cars go so fast on our road. And, um, the speed limit's only 35, but they go sometimes 55 on our road, and it's not good. But even at 35, if they don't expect a dog to run out in front of them, that just could be really, really tragic. So I was so glad that the girl was smart enough to come to the front door and wait. But I was sure she was next door knocking on the door, can Epic come out? I want to play with her. Especially since she used to live next door, and I'm sure that she still remembers, being next door. And so it would have been nothing for her because their front gate was, their front part of their fence wasn't up yet. So she could easily go to their back door. She may have already done that. And since if they didn't answer her, although I think they would have come out and told us Rosie's here. But anyway, that girl, I was really, really thinking, this could have been the opportunity for her to run, but she's a mama's girl. She doesn't want to run. So, well, gang, I have talked and talked and talked. I've got my, now Alice has me feeling guilty about starting a koozie. A koozie. I know Rosie's a good girl. She didn't want to run away. She just wanted to have some freedom and, freedom and just run. She loves running. That's why when we get to Tennessee, we're going to have, the plan is to have a wraparound front porch, and it will have stairs here, and then stairs right at the front. So if you're on the side, you can get off the porch, and if you're in the front, you can get off the porch. And so our plan is to fence in those two stairs out, and then a nice side and front fence, so that when we're sitting on the porch, I don't have to worry about whatever dogs I have just chasing a rabbit, because there's so many rabbits there. And if Rosie gets a rabbit or a squirrel in her sight, she will probably run and run and run and run until she loses sight of everybody. And your cottage in the backyard. That's right. That's right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And my yarn barn to the right side. And and our chickens, we're going to situate the house so that we have a full view of the depth of our property, and be able to, see our garden, because we're going to have raised bed gardens. And it's so rocky there. So I think the only thing that's going to really successfully work is a raised bed garden. If we find patches that have good dirt, and Mama needs a baby goat. You are so right. Mama needs a baby goat. And oh, Alice, you're wonderful. So anyway, we'll be able to view our property and our homestead, and the garden will be right there, and the raised bed gardens. And I'm so excited to set up the rows. It's like this creative thing too. It's just like crochet. The different patterns of, what's going to go here, what's going to go here, the different patterns of the raised beds too. It's going to be symmetrical, and it's going to be just really pretty. It's going to kind of have like a cottage garden feel, because in the center will be an area where we can just sit. I want to do like Jess and Maya did on Roots and Refuge, and on their farm in Arkansas. I saw an aerial view of her farm in Arkansas, and in the center of her raised bed gardens, she has a gazebo, and with some chairs, so that it's like right in the center of the garden, so you can sit and just enjoy and get inspired. And so anyway, that's really fun, really a fun thought. So and maybe we can set up a table out there or something, so that we can have some outdoor meals in the middle of planting and all of that. So anyway, it's all a dream, and One day, hopefully, will come to reality. But I want to thank you. Thank you for the inspiration for this. This is done. I feel good. I finally completed something. And I know you guys are working on things too. So, because I've seen pictures, I've seen, um, let's see, Melody, she is working on a baby blanket. She's having another grandbaby, and she's been working on another blanket. And she just did a new video up on her channel talking about, the progress on her blanket. And so anyway, a lot of you are working hard and getting things done. And I'm excited. And fall is coming. It's coming soon. Not soon enough, but it's coming. And we're going to have fun, and we're going to do fall things and have fun. So anyway, have you guys started your fall projects yet? I have not. I haven't even started anything. I know, was it last year or year before? I did all kinds of pumpkins because pumpkins were easy. So easy. And so much fun. And so anyway, well, guys, I'm going to let you go. I hope that you have a great day. And thanks for joining me today on our Wip Wednesday. I hope you have, oh, you go right into Christmas. Okay, Alice. Oh, and you probably get some good snow up there, don't you? Oh, jealous, jealous. So Alice skips fall. I love fall. Fall was always one of my favorite times of year. You know, Thanksgiving is my favorite meal. So anyway, but I do want to get more and more into Christmas. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Have a great rest of the week, and I will see you on Friday. Stay safe, be kind, and let's get hooking. Bye, guys.